All right, backstage here with Ryan Tedder. You know what? It's so funny because people know you as the One Republic guy, but you are such an incredible songwriter. I mean, you've written for, and I might get some of these wrong, but Britney Spears,
yes,
Pink,
yes,
who else?
Adele, Beyonce.
Which one? What Adele song did you write?
I did "Rumor Has It" and
that's incredible.
"Turning Tables."
That's incredible.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Do you feel like you're a little underrated in terms of
you know, I mean,
the songwriting thing?
To me, you know, anybody that I guess needs to know me or that I would want to know
right.
About the songwriting thing knows about me. So it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's, I mean, when you're that side of me, the songwriting producer thing is, you know, it ended up happening the same time as One Republic took off by accident. You know, Apologize and Bleeding Love happened simultaneously, but completely not in concert or intentionally with each other.
Right.
And then everything kind of went from there. So for me at this point, I love writing and producing, and that's like that's my hobby when I'm not doing other music. So.
So you started as a songwriter.
Yeah, I started.
And so you're writing these songs, Leona Lewis, you know, Bleeding Love, and you write these songs, and was the psychology behind it sort of like, well, I'm writing these great songs, but other people are singing them. I could be singing them with a band.
It was kind of like, I mean, you know what? It's interesting. The whole thing. I was a solo artist. I was signed and dropped as a solo artist very very quickly. I've been signed and dropped like 3 times or twice.
Really?
So
before
One Republic finally took off. Yeah. And I was dropped in a band like the week we played Coachella at back in 2006. We had our albums. We already had our album on calendar to come out, and then we got dropped that week. And so, you know, I've been through kind of a lot of it. But the songwriting producer thing was really just to keep the lights on and to fund the band. So it was always about One Republic.
Right.
And I wrote and pitched songs to try and get production advances so I could pay my rent, so I could pay for rehearsal space for One Republic. So
that's incredible.
I kind of
used
it was
necessity born out of necessity.
Total necessity. Yeah.
And so I'm so interested in this. We'll talk about other stuff too. But how does it work now? Britney Spears needs a new song? You get an email saying from like a manager or something, or a producer?
Well, you know, it kind of comes. Sometimes it can come from a label. Sometimes it comes from the artist themselves. I mean, I'll give you, for instance, like, you know, I met with Gwen Stefani yesterday.
Wow.
You know, regarding No Doubt. I'm a massive No Doubt fan, and they're the nicest guys. And just kind of talking about, okay, if we were to, you know, do something, what would that sound like? Going in with a band, Churchill, who's got an incredible song out right now called Change. And they're another Denver band. I'm based out of Denver, so that was happened more organic. It's like, wait, you live a mile and a half from me. Let's get together and actually write and do something.
Right.
Gavin DeGraw was us hanging out.
Right.
Yeah, I did Not Over You for Gavin DeGraw.
He told us the story where it was like, what was the story? You guys were watching television or something?
Well, we met. I mean, we've hung out. We actually met at one of these, like a radio, like kind of get together.
Oh, okay.
And years ago, and then we just have had drinks and hung out, and like. That came about super like organic, where I went to his bar in New York, and we were up till 3 in the morning watching some blues band, and then we were like, we should, you know, let's do something. I'm a massive Gavin DeGraw fan. I think he's one of the best voices,
and just like a nicest
super nice guy,
so funny,
so nice. Yeah, he's great, and so that happened organic. You know, most of the artists, like Adele, I ran into her in the lobby of the London Hotel the night she won Grammys for 19.
Right.
And she knew who I was. We had just toured London and or UK, and then we were on the road. We played Wembley. 6 months later, we were at Wembley, and she came backstage and hung out after the concert. And we said, well, let's write something. Let's do something.
That's awesome.
You're my she's my favorite singer in the world.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the times it happens. That's the best way for it to happen, when it's just artists like Maroon 5. I did their upcoming, you know, song, and that happened because I was on the road with Maroon 5, and Adam and I played basketball after a concert and talks. Yeah.
That's incredible. Any Grammy predictions? Who's going to take, you know, record of the year?
I hope Fun wins a Grammy.
Yeah.
I know they're up for several, but I also know the Grammys can be a fickle, funny thing. I've been nominated. I've won 1 Grammy, but I've been nominated 10 times. It took 10 nominations to get 1 Grammy. So, and so I don't really pay attention to how many times someone's nominated in a year. To me, it's just like, if you go home with 1 out of 5 or out of 8, great. So I want Fun. I want Fun to win a Grammy, and I really don't care about anything else. I just hope they win a Grammy.
Great band. Great live band, too. Ryan Tedder, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you, man.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.